Dracula
Untold.
Untold.
And now we're going to tell you all about it. Yeah.
It was
a movie.
a movie.
Yeah.
It certainly was.
Yeah. Here's the thing, right? You've seen the trailer, you've seen the poster. It's Luke Evans with a bunch of bats around him. You know whether or not you want to see this movie.
Yes, you do. You know, like, if you love that type of movie where you're like, this is, you know, like the classic Hollywood, blah, blah, blah. Yet another reiteration of a Dracula story, which we've seen a lot. My favorite, Dracula Dead and Loving It. But we've seen it a million times.
Yeah, it's a B movie.
So you know if you want to go see it, right?
So go see it if you want to go see it. Don't go see it if you don't want to go see it. We need to talk about this movie with spoilers, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Because it's that ridiculous of a movie.
Yeah, I'm okay with the trite, mundane ridiculousness. I also really appreciated a lot of things about this movie. One being the art department. Phenomenal art department. Really great job, art department. Also, costumes. Costumes were fucking incredible.
Yeah, his armor was pretty neat.
There's
I liked
no
it.
way that they didn't spend so much money on this movie. That being said.
The story is just really rough. It's very kind of like pared down. He used to be in the Turkish army. He didn't want to be.
Vlad the Impaler.
Vlad the Impaler killed lots of people. I don't know how much
history this follows, but I desperately wanted them to start off with like based on a true story.
Right.
But because there is Vlad the Impaler, there is Turkish army, yada yada yada. There is all of these things. So you go, how much of this?
Yeah.
Was a real person?
The Turkish army wants to take his son and put him in their army. He's like, no. He starts a war, and then he gets a vampire played by Tywin Lannister to turn him into a vampire. And as long as he doesn't drink any blood for 3 days, then he can use all the powers and then be perfectly fine.
Strength of 100 men, can run as fast as you want. Also can
just bat powers.
Kind of see where bodies are, like with like a
like Dracula X-ray.
Like Dracula X-ray eyes. Like Dracula X-ray eyes.
Like it's like
also,
life vision.
Can split his whole body up into bats.
Into bats. He can just fly places as bats.
Learn midway through, he can control bats.
He can summon bats.
He can summon bats.
Punch armies with bat punches.
He has the strength of 1,000 men. Also can heal himself really
Also can heal himself. As he's trying to navigate his thirst and fight this war.
Because what happened was that the Turks wanted 1,000 of the young boys.
1,000 young boys.
1,000 young boys, along with his son. So then he was like, no, you're not taking him. Because apparently he was taken when he was a young boy.
Yeah.
And he would rather not do that. And it turned him into this monster, Vlad the Impaler.
Right.
But what he had to do in order to make his son not a monster
was become a monster
himself.
Oh, dramatic irony.
No! My favorite part of this movie is imagining Luke Evans covered in blood just doing this without a musical background. Ah! 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 Had to do that on a set of 50 people over and over and over again.
He does that so many times in the movie. My favorite part of this movie is a sequence where midway through the movie, sun's coming up and he is literally vampires can't go out in the sunlight, but he's already outside and he can't just go hide in the castle, so he's like literally hiding from sunlight by like tiptoeing around the outlines of sunlight on the floor of him, just like tiptoeing around it and just kind of almost while this like random priest who's figured out that he's a vampire is just like kind of walking after him, and then the priest for no reason just like slashes even though, okay, I get that he's a vampire, but he's been single-handedly saving your country.
And slaying
a lot of people. Thousands of people by himself. He's been fighting armies by himself, and you're gonna expose him now? So he just exposes, all this light flies in and his face starts melting off and everyone's just suddenly like, kill him! I know he's been helping us, but kill him! And then so they light him on fire, but then that fire causes smoke, which blocks out the sun, so he comes back out and he's all kinds of...
There's an underlying love story as well, which apparently Vlad the Impaler had a deep, deep love of a wife, and
with
that's why,
like a corsety bosom.
Just a very corseted bosom. Also looked a little young to be
a little young, maybe like 18 years old.
Yeah, like 18, 20.
Like she had that baby at 11.
But she's, you know, like, I love you till the death of all the ends of blah, blah, blah. You know, that's a big part of it. Another really good scene is when he's literally like, she's like, what happened to you? And he's like, I drank blood from the monster of Broken Tooth Mountain. and then he's like, but if I resist my thirst for 3 days, I can win this war. And she goes, okay. Instead of like hold on. What? Like, huh? No. Backtrack, Vlad, because like you were gone. Like you were straight up gone, and now all your scars have healed. You're like crazy strong. You're interrupting our lovemaking because you keep looking at my neck veins.
And then like getting weird, like I can't. I need to go. I need to go outside.
To drink blood?
She totally noticed that his back scars were gone while they were about to have sex, but she didn't say anything then. She didn't care then.
Wait, your back scars are gone.
Yeah, it was hot.
There are really fun fight scenes. There are really cool, weird, ridiculous fight scenes. If that's what you're into all that like goosh gage with like
those are sword
CGI,
fighting sounds, yeah.
Thank you. And then like, you know, if you're into like people having like lion sounds randomly, like all of the vampires had lion sounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, if you're really, really into unsheathing sword sounds,
Shing!
I'm not kidding.
Shing!
From the very beginning, it was the most unnecessary shink because it wasn't just like
even when
like,
he's
shink,
like listening to things with his vampire powers for the first time. He's listening to two spiders fight, and it sounds like a whole bunch of swords being unsheathed.
It's literally some guys like, need a sword sound? Got it.
Yeah, got it.
Sword sound?
I got it.
Because I got like sword sound.
Son of the director, he's just like a sword sound collector.
Sword sound fucking addict.
For me, the whole movie, I was either bored or I was laughing really hard. There was one part, like right after, spoiler alert, his wife dies.
Falls from a cliff.
She falls from a cliff, and he can't bat fly fast enough to save her. We've seen this 1,000 times.
8 million men.
Right.
Can't bat fly fast enough to save her.
Can't bat fly fast enough. And first of all, if she hit the ground after falling like a mile
at least,
she would have been liquefied, but she wasn't. So then he roars over, he drinks the blood, and then he roars over her, and I just laughed and laughed and laughed. The problem is, during these fight scenes, you can't see anything that's going on because the bat CGI is really bad.
That CGI is really bad.
Really bad. Dominic Cooper's in it as the villain, but for whatever reason, he's got like a great modern haircut.
Yeah, he's got like a pompadour.
And he's got like brown
like,
makeup, like
he
straight
has, like,
out
a matte
of
haircut, but a little bit more pompy and
more
crazy cool, like nice chiseled beard. Even though he's been hunting forever. It's like the 300 version of Dracula.
Yes,
exactly
I think that's exactly how they pitched it. And there's like the coolest. Here's the thing. The coolest part of the movie lasts about 60 seconds. They have Dracula after he's become a full Dracula. He creates a vampire army, and they're awesome, and they're like kicking ass for like 60 seconds. And then we go inside and we forget about the Dracula army. And then when we come out, all the vampires are like, they want to eat his son. And
you're literally giving away the entire. You guys.
I said spoiler alert.
You said spoiler, not like entire movie diatribe. Don't take our word for it. 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. 60% of the audience said it was okay. 20% of the critics said
25%
it was okay.
of the critics.
25% of the critics said it was okay.
And on IMDb, the average score is 5.8. So audiences find it to be a pretty average movie.
And to be honest, like when it was done, aside from our laughing, it got about 12. From the people that saw it. So
I couldn't believe my ears.
if you still want to go see it after we've probably given you a blow by blow of the movie now, go see it because it's ridiculous. If you have like $18 to waste and you don't mind
if you want to see a good bad movie, go ahead.
Yeah, if you want to see a good bad movie,
fun.
how many stars would you give it?
I would out of 10. I would give this movie. As a normal movie, I would give it a 3 out of 10. As a bad movie, I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
That's a good
There's
bad
a
movie.
lot of great ridiculous stuff in here. So
if
if you're interested in spending money on something like that, God bless you.
Yes. Out of 10, I would probably also give it about a 4. Out of a good bad movie, I was like, yeah, like this is a 7. Like this was, I didn't mind it. I did midway through the previews go, oh damn it, we're seeing Dracula, aren't we?
Yeah.
I will say this, excellent production as far as the costumes and that go. That should not be undersold. Also, Luke Evans did a great job. I feel horrible that he got looped into this because he did not a bad job. It's just that he was stuck in a cheesy scenario with a cheesy script and a ridiculous situation.
But it was like the first movie ever that he was offered to star in.
And he
by
did
himself.
great. Also, banging.
He's got that bod. I'll also say, and this is me not giving anything away, the way they leave the movie, the end of the movie, is interesting and offers a lot of possibilities.
For a sequel. So Dracula 2, more untold.
Yeah, the rest of the things that we didn't tell you before when we were telling you all the untold things.
It definitely does. So, if you want to go see it, go see it. If you don't. I hope we helped. I hope we did. We gave you a nice little diatribe of all of it. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
We also saved you like $14.
Yeah.